Time to choose our front again. We had a couple of fights on the western front, so we'll go on the eastern again. Mission delay on the Soviets course on. We're getting a lot of these delay missions probably because that's war isn't going exactly perfect for us. On Panther. I'm thinking of changing some of these units to Panthers. But again, as long as the Tigers are they're performing quite well. They're accurate enough, even if the Panthers have a more accurate gun. This is a bit larger gun, so as long as they're this accurate and seem to be working on the enemy, I don't see a reason to take the Tigers to something else. This was a delaying mission. Do we have any kind of strike elements? We have a new craft. FV-190A. One bomb, one cannon, no, two cannons and a bomb. It's most probably a lot better against other aircraft. And the way we have been fighting these delaying missions I don't see much need for strike craft. They're very close to our own positions. So let's buy the infantry first at least. No, I don't want you. Rifle platoon. Oh. And an engineering platoon. 13 points, that's not left, not a lot. And I'm more interested in actually the aircraft. It's the Black Panther section. Ooh. Mobile black. Go to black. And then some snipers. What? There was something. Ah, infantry anti-tank. Panzer Shrek. So it's probably one of the first bazookas. It's not. It should be a better weapon than the Panzer Faust. Yeah, let's try these ones and then a couple of snipers. Didn't even notice those guys. Winter. Very hard to see terrain. We let them come here. Yeah, this is a very hard terrain to pull off what we pulled off usually. On the other hand, it's very open terrain. So we might do a more typical defense this time. We'll take more casualties that way, but I think it might overall be more better in this time. I don't want to put anything here. We are going to have to put very heavy infantry focus on here then. Well, let's try it out. See what happens. I'm a bit wary about losing these AA guns and the experience they have. Shit. do you see from here? That's what I'd like to know. Visibility is 26. Yeah, this we don't want to do this. 26 isn't a lot. The problem really is that we can't support positions that are far from the center position, I guess. So if we spread these units around, they are totally unable to aid each other. If we focus them on a single area, they will be able to cover each other. So yeah, I think we'll let the enemy come here. And this time it's because of the visibility. We want to keep the AA guns up high. That's number one reason. Other reason is we need to focus fire. Go there. Tiger. No, no tigers yet. Sure where I should put these. This little hill here is a problem. I don't think you can see past it. No, you can't see anything because there's buildings. So we would like some kind of a deployment here. Problem is, if we don't put it on the hill, we don't see anything. If we put it on the hill, it's nice, but again, it's quite a long way from those guys. If something comes through here, they're on their own. There won't be any infantry troops to protect them either. So it's not a perfect place to have guns. I'm thinking of putting all the artillery AA guns very close to each other, or even in these situations. Yep. So they wouldn't be covering a whole lot of area. Mm. Yeah, this is a bit tricky terrain this time, particularly with the visibility limitations. This is a much better place to have your guns. You still can't see there. How about here from here? No. Yeah, you can't see anything. Here you can see, but the distance is so small it doesn't really matter. Touch it. I'll keep all the guns here. Um, about the commanding unit. You can be in that house. We have nine tanks. We have to make a heavy tank defense here then. Okay, what can you see? Quite nice actually. compared to you. That's still a decent view. Yeah. Then be in the woods for now. What about this? We can't put them here. It see anything from there? I can see something. It's not a great place to be. This isn't a amazingly good placing for the tanks. They're a bit vulnerable here too. We want everything to be below this line. But where? It's just a advanced mission for them, so they don't have too many strike capabilities. We don't have to worry about artillery too much. I don't want to go into a building. That's good enough. A couple of anti-air guns. These will be more spreading around a bit more. Not too concerned about them getting destroyed. Okay, now where do we want our... It has to be here. This is gonna be very tough for tanks to get through, no matter what. So what do we have? We have the anti-tank guys and a few. We still want someone to be here in these woods, so we can more easily spot targets here. Now comes the sacrificial infantry. We need some guys in these forests. I'm thinking we could just put some snipers spotting on these hills, so that should be good enough. Another one here. What about the anti-tank infantry range 4? I'm not sure we want to use range 4. Panzer Shrek. I'm guessing range 1 or 2 is probably the preferred still. I'm sort of tempted to put at least some of them in a very dangerous positions, sort of let the enemy go through and then come after the enemy formations with anti-tank units. We'll leave at least one there. Just to try it out. I don't think it's gonna do much good, so I'm not gonna invest in it. Okay, we have an SMG squad and an SMG squad and an infantry squad or engineering squad. This is more where most of the fighting will be taking place. Have them as a lot of them as backup units. I'm a little bit worried about the amount of forest here. Engineers, yeah, you can definitely be here. We need to do a lot of preparations before we do anything else. Formation mode on. What's the visibility? 26. We're setting the range to 20 and to 15 on the Tigers, at least for now. With the AA guns, we'll 3/4 range because we want to shoot aircraft mainly. These guys, set range will be 1. I all, H all. It's not a good thing in all situations, but it's overall it's the best choice I've noticed. It comes to bite up you in your ass a few times, but not often enough to change it. Yeah, the anti-tank group is will keep the range at 1, but I'm not sure it's the best option for them. Actually, I'll put range 2 for this guy. I'm gonna pack the units a little bit more tighter, at least for now. Okay. I'm turning off the flags for a moment. I want to see what my unit sees, so only that. And what do you see? See that. Ah, yeah. Oh, that's a big gun. That is a big gun. This seems like a tank destroyer again, or some kind of an assault tank. Still not the better T-34s. Even the not so great T-34s are still good tanks. I'm guessing the visibility problems are why we don't see the rest of their formations at this point. Do you see? You see a bit more. Okay, this is a lot more riskier than I thought. Luckily, the tanks see some of those squares too. Yeah, it's not that bad, but it's a little bit bad. Okay. We can expect to get a lot of infantry losses. Su-85, yeah, this is an anti-tank. Su-85, tank destroyer. Big enough gun, long enough barrel. Interesting combination. They have quite a lot of them. Say, yeah, a platoon, not that much. It's still dangerous. So, things gonna be happening for a few turns. A lot of these main battle tanks and then tank destroyers. They could be medium tanks though, but they're probably what you see the most. Nothing much there to add. Next turn. Yeah. And here comes the heavy tanks. KV-85. Again, the tank destroyer gun with on a proper tank. This is their main battle tank. That's how it looks like for a heavy tank. Very dangerous weapon. Very heavy. The speed is quite slow. And 2 machine guns, so extremely dangerous. Be crashing into us very soon. Don't shoot at it, please, for the love of God, don't shoot at it. What's the range? 16. Luckily he hasn't shoot at it. Ah. Yeah, this is gonna hurt. We did have aircraft, didn't we? No, we didn't. We didn't take them. I certainly don't regret that decision. We would need something with rockets to be able to shoot things, or either get top hits on those cannons. Oh yeah, that's how it's done. Immobilize. Oh crap. A single shot on the tank destroyer and we lose it. So we're trying to move them more heavily into anti-aircraft roles, eventually. The tank destroyer weapon is unbelievably deadly against these. Yeah, we'll start taking shots. We need to whittle down their morale a bit. Yeah, definitely the tank destroyer, please. Crap. Who hits first wins. Hmm. Uh, Fighting at this point is very dangerous. Luckily we didn't lose a command unit, but entire unit single shot and they're all dead. Ooh, that's nasty. That is bad. And I still have at least 3 tank destroyers. Not much smoke here. Let's see how it goes. Crap. The tank destroyers have to be destroyed. Yeah, it's dead. Okay, I see what I did wrong here. Yeah, I definitely made a very bad mistake. You need to have some infantry contact before this happens, because now if the wave hits you at their full force, there's no amount of tanks or guns that can take care of it. So that's why you want to have a squadron of 2 of infantry there. So the speed where the tanks reach this point is a little bit more uneven. It seems so there's constantly coming up troops instead of everyone getting there at the same time. We need to get a kill here. We're not in a bad situation, but this is casualties ahoy situation. And the crew being there is a bit of a problem. What? Sherman B. I'm guessing they're selling equipment to the Russians, the Allied are. Or giving, I'm not quite sure which one it is. So at this point our situation is totally screwed as Germans, as far as the war is concerned. I have no idea if they're seeing us. If they are, we will try to get rid of that crew. It's a definite spotter unit for them. And there's another SMG squad. So we might... luckily they are pulling back. So what's the next squad there? I know it was this crew that is pulling back. Yeah, we need to get that SMG squad to pull back. Preferably to throw a smoke grenade too. That would be nice. Come on, you have what, like 2 guys left. Pull back already. Hey, didn't pull back. Yeah, there's infantry all over the place. Shit. Yeah, it's gonna hurt, I know. We need smoke here. We just do. There's no way to get around that. Yeah, tank destroyed. Tank destroyed. Immobilized. Destroyed. They did so much assaulting against tanks that they can't do anything else. How long is this mission? 24 turns, yeah, with no rush. Oh god. The heavy tanks aren't even here yet, so yeah. Hmm. What? 8 shots in a turn. Jeebus. Experience 122. Yeah, this is 25 kills. This is as elite can be. Losing this will hurt quite a bit, but we will very likely be losing every one of these sooner or later again. Because now we're entering the era where we don't. Everyone has the capability to easily destroy everyone else. Infantry can destroy tanks, tanks can destroy infantry, and tanks are very effective against other tanks. Kill the Soviets. Excellent. You spot anything? We do need to add. No! Crap. Yeah, I think there's a SMG squad. Okay. We can't proceed there. So let's just hunker down here then. Yeah, not much happening. Sherman 5. Sherman V. The 5th Sherman. It's a solid tank. It's not a great one, but solid tank. This time I think it's gonna take quite a bit longer to get rid of their tank forces. They have so many. Infantry assault failed. Immobilized at least. Destroyed. Wonderful. It's immobilized. Destroyed. Assault failed. Immobilized. Destroyed. Yeah. Infantry has tried 3 or 4 tanks. Infantry doesn't. The problem with the infantry, or another problem, but a feature, is that they don't have a durability. You can't just have a few infantry and hope they can do okay against tanks. And we'll use the flak cannons to harass the infantry. At this point, they haven't seen any action. The enemy tanks will quickly kill them though. I don't care about that. Can you shoot at? Yeah, don't shoot at that. Yeah, this was a total waste of time. There's still a dozen tanks incoming. Ah, and that's just the ones we can see for certain. Everything seems to be doing alright, or everyone seems to be doing alright. Okay, who sees these? It must be one of the spotters. Oh, Sergeant Reamer. Okay. Not doing so great. Can you see anything? No. F3, retreating. Try to rally up a bit. Yeah, assaulting a tank seems to be very tough on morale. Even successful attempts. Please rally a little bit. No, you didn't. Okay, not much we can do. Let them retreat, withdraw. Now come the second wave of tanks. Destroyed. Immobilized. But we were correct in the terrain prognosis here, that we're having very hard time to using our tanks and guns to destroy the enemy, because even without the smoke, the visibility was very limited. Infantry, anti-tank, you can't see shit, can you? You can. Let's go and see what you can do. Uh, take it as a target. Panzer Shrek. I think it's fine. It's an okay weapon. Not an amazing weapon, but a longer range version of the Panzer Faust. That's what I'm getting from it. Okay, yeah, we're retreating. We're not gonna be doing anything. And you're retreating to. Someone needs to do something other than retreating. Would that be possible? At all possible? Okay. No. Yes. I was supposed to take it as a target and then decide what weapon to use, but so flamethrower seems to be quite effective. Mm. And stop running away. Mm. Who can see you? No one can see you. That's a surprise. We'll wait a few turns at least. Does anyone have movement left? I'd like to take control of one of those. Not really. I'm gonna have to wait. Yeah, you have. Okay, let's see how they react. If you're gonna drop get units to stay in the enemy rear, it probably some kind of scout, mechanized scout unit would be the best. Ooh, crap. Yeah, the tank destroyers are. I'm not sure what weapons they're using. They seem to be extremely lethal against every target. Yeah, they're still coming strong. Not quite. You can see there. Hmm. Again, there's not much we can do. No, we certainly can't start assaulting when there's a half a dozen or 2 dozen tanks waiting outside. The infantry will get slaughtered. That tank can't be allowed to leave. There's still a few very dangerous tanks there. No, it's not that bad anymore. Full of heavy tanks. A heavy tank, medium tank, assault gun. Medium assault gun. Yeah, it's still quite bad. And there's the Sherman, naturally. Why did you shoot at it? I shoot some more than positioned. At least a couple of them are moving. Oh, that's good sign. We'll do mostly just in turn for a few turns to see if more of their tanks come through, then or if there's a general morale collapse, then we'll start pushing through. Oh crap. You're dead. You're so dead. Luckily not. Tiger to the rescue. Didn't destroy the target, but getting hit like that, it's very hard to continue attacking after such a hit. So, let's see who's doing something useful. You are. Kill it. Kill it. Not immobilize it. Kill it. The button, retreating. Uh, Still not heavy enough casualties, but we're getting there slowly. Mm -mm. Mm. We want at least 6-7 turns when we start assaulting them back. Ooh, that's gotta hurt. Button moving fast. Button. The important part from there being buttoned is that no one has actually shot at them. Same with here, these are pinned constantly and They haven't taken any fire. So they're very close to the breaking point. Okay. Yeah, I can't see anything anymore. Next turn. We're in no hurry. Okay, this might be a general collapse in morale. Retreating, retreating, retreating. Being not quite yet routed, but very close. Yeah, retreating. We'll go here. Wait for our retreating friends. Okay, they should be in no condition to resist this. Want to put pressure on them, hope to get another kill. Sort of now that their general morale has started to buckle, we'll try to push a little bit harder to make sure it breaks. Hoping so we can end this a bit faster. Pinned is not good enough. They can still operate while pinned, they just can't move. We are relying on the fact that they will be unable to manage any kind of serious counter-offensive. I don't want to face tank destroyers when I've spent most of our action or shots already. Okay, let's start. We'll take a closer look at that. Okay, most squares where, or squares, hexes where the tanks have been destroyed are also on fire. So we don't want to stay there if at all possible. They're gonna break the morale quite effectively for us too. Yeah, we can't assault there. We'll take some turns. Trying to suddenly assault through a lot of enemies simply takes time. It doesn't matter what kind of crack army you are commanding, it'll take time. SMG squad. At least hit some of them. Ah, that's better. Forced retreat. But you... it's a murder to go there. So, in turn, we might have been a bit hasty on our attack. KV-85 by destroy. Oh. Do you see any targets? Yes, you do. By all means, fire all you've got. You have broken their back now. All is left is to finish up the job. Try to score some experience, leadership gains, whatever. We'll move one hex at a time because we can't see crap because of that smoke. We don't want to rush in tanks first. Try to get some kills. Ooh, that's nice. A bit more, please. That's perfect. That's not perfect. That's not perfect at all. Yeah, luckily those are routed. No, they're unlikely to participate. Do we have flamethrower? We don't have. Wait, we have flamethrower ammo. Let's use it. Immobilized. What an anti-tank mine. No, flamethrower. Burn, bastard. What can we do? Yeah, why can't we attack it? Ah, well, it's not gonna be doing anything. It took quite a few serious hits. So let's try this one. We have one Panzerfaust left. Please hit. Some tasty tank kills again. Yeah, we have quite a bit of suppression going on here. No one's able to move. God damn it. Push forward. Yeah, go for the kills. Oh. Oh. Retreating button. Yeah, they're assault guns, and those are the types where you slaughter infantry with. We'll still attack with the infantry first, hoping they'll react, then bring in our tanks. Sure what good they will do. We would have to move so much that they can't really act too much. No! Just trying to save their lives. And we already moved. Not so simple after all. Thought it might have been a bit easier. But you only need a few units that maintain their morale and they can hold up. They are retreating a button though, so they are very clear to the breaking point. Not much we can do. Yeah, button. What else? Button. Okay, now they're buttoned. That's fine. Button still is capable of acting, and that's not fine. That's not fine at all. You're a terrible sniper. Having a few snipers in your main core army might be nice. Again, the limited size is a problem. My only having an elite sniper might be interesting. What could it do? Can't attack the tanks directly yet. So we'll be opting for the indirect route attack. If I can shoot it, I will. No, 5 men killed. Holy crap. Yeah. It's death to try to rush it. But on the other hand, it'll open up a road for the tanks. So take one for the team, Mr. Engineers. Ooh. We'll be firing on it just to get it a little bit more suppressed. And you suck at suppressing things too. You're terrible, terrible, terrible. Routed. Luckily they're routed, so let's start the killing process. They're too healthy to be allowed there. Heavy casualties, heavy casualties. Yeah. 2 surrendered. Nice performance there. And none of you can move. God damn it. Oh. We will be shooting at it. Hope to suppress it. Ooh, engineering squad destroyed with a single hit. Holy crap. Why can't I see it? So much smoke. Okay, leader, take one for the team. Can you shoot it already? Yeah. Just shoot it, suppress it at least a little bit. Flamethrower it. So I can't. Mobilized again. Thank you. This was your 6th kill. Which is nice. It kills. You didn't see much action this time around. Can't be helped always. You take the kills you can get. Yeah, 20th kill. It always hurts to lose these guys. That's what it happens. They didn't see much action this time. We might have to upgrade them to something at some point. They're okay. They're just fine. Proper tank. They're not really... The armor isn't good enough to take a direct hit even on the front. The gun isn't that accurate. So there's definitely room for improvement. I'm not sure if the units we have available or buying are the improvements we are looking for. And since they're so expensive, I'm very reluctant to just try out things. But at some point I'm guessing we'll have to just have to do it. Now that you mention, something comes to mind. I recall seeing anti-air machine gun on one of these tigers. Yeah, you have it. Why do you have it? G2. Why do you have it and no one else has it? I don't get it. I thought it might be a command unit or something, or a experience thing, but it doesn't really seem to be anything. I don't understand why this tiger is special. Yeah, this one has two. It has to be. What is it? I'm guessing it has to be the amount of kills. Yeah, this one has it too. This one doesn't have it 10, so 10 kills isn't enough. 20 kill. Everyone who has a 20 kills has a extra anti-air machine gun. Yeah, I'm not sure what the actual value you need to have is. If you have 20, that's enough. Okay, why? I want to take a shot at that tank. I do. Oh! We'll keep firing at it, trying to suppress it, so someone else can come and finish it. But it's sort of just like I suspected, it's not really an anti-tank gun, it's more of a extremely potent weapon against infantry. Even a single shot is potentially lethal to a full squad. So not something you want to mess with. Trying to get a kill. Infantry it is then. But we do want. No, we don't want. We need to suppress it a bit more. It's already retreating, so it shouldn't be too hard of a task. Do want those infantry to keep on moving. They're very close to our tanks, who have wasted all their attacks. So they're not going to be reacting to anything. Crap! Didn't bother to look. It's probably retreating. Yeah. Retreating units can still react fire. We still haven't even conquered all this. Yeah, it's very hard. Because these units lose their nerve right when they're supposed to enter the final hexes, so... Destroyed! No, but the crew abandoned it. That's good enough for now. Okay, that should The game won't end because I haven't taken back all the flags. So we'll get another turn where we shoot at fleeing enemies. Although a lot of those fleeing people are our own people. Abandoned. Let's do the finishing move first. Now everything should be in my control. Let's proceed. I have no idea if it's any use if you just shoot these guys instead of getting kills. It might not be. In that sense, this could be a waste of time. On the other hand, we might get experience or something by just fighting, shooting, killing, taking hits, things like that. So I'm not willing to do nothing, even if it would be speed up things a bit. Rotate. Want to get rid of the crew if we can. No, we can't. It's routed. We can safely go next to it. There was the anti-air machine gun who got the kill. They're moving! Oh my god. Enemy unit that isn't running away. That's fantastic. Those guys are real men. Even when the entire assault has been broken and everyone else is retreating, they're fighting like men to the bitter end for no practical gain. We want to kill all of them. They deserve it. They don't deserve the shame of loss. Yeah, I think that's about it. Oh, this should be it. We have regained all the flags and caused small casualties for them. It only suffered one loss, a meaningful loss. Ah, no, they're still fighting strong. I think that might be a bit too little too late. German 1446, Soviet 100. Decisive victory. Veteran Tiger. And leader promoted. Leader promoted. Okay. Well, these are quite easy to replace. Heavy losses. Heavy losses still. Luckily we didn't lose all of the squads. Want to see what our options are. Now's the anti-tank gun. The problem with the anti-tank gun is it really is an anti-tank gun. And it has very few high explosive rounds, so not that good against infantry. The AA gun also, the anti-tank gun has a fire control of 4, AA gun has a fire control of 10, because it's designed to fire at the much more mobile targets, I guess. So it's more accurate. It's easier for it to hit moving targets at least. So even if you have a proper anti-tank gun now, the gun will be better against tanks. I think the AA gun overall is still a much better choice to keep. Just taking a look if the weapon technology has changed. I think so. New tanks. Not really. Still thinking about the Panther. But although we do need the larger gun though at this point, so I think we're going to change the tanks to something. We're just going to make him some kind of heavier tank that has a stronger anti-tank gun and more accurate. 556 points, very good, very good. How could we change these? I'm guessing you could get a quite large tank army if you because the upgrade system you could just buy a ton of some cheap armored vehicles or things like that and then upgrade them to proper tanks later. It didn't even occur to me when I started this campaign. Okay, this has been going fairly well all the time. Only one marginal victory. Usually I'm having a lot more tougher time, but I think that this is partly the reason because we have had a lot of delay missions. It's the advanced assault missions that can get really tough. Sometimes defense missions too, because the opponent gets a huge amount of resources which to buy units for on. But delay definitely is the easiest mission, at least for me. And let's see what's next.